Yo, this is the Major 90 of the Major League. I just want to thank y'all for tuning in to this week's episode. And I just want to talk to y'all about my viewpoint on this year's NBA All-Star Weekend. Let's go.
Right now, you're going to see an exclusive interview.
Y'all have enough pride?
You heard it here first.
This year's NBA All-Star Game was held in Chicago, Illinois. First time it's been there since 1988. Now, I was born in 89, so, of course, yeah, I'm 30. It's been a long time, especially for that to be home, an NBA home to one of considered to be the greatest NBA player of all time, outside of Kobe Bryant. But I do feel like the league got it right this year. Of course, 2020, many people get into a whole bunch of numbers, measures the four leap year, all that good stuff. It's just something about this year that it's just undescribable. Like everything is just aligned. Everything is it's almost like some outer limits type stuff. And I'm gonna get to a few points as to why I feel that way. Of course, as far as the first night NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, not quite as what it's been in the past. I wouldn't say it has the same star power or had the same star power it's had before, but of course, still gonna have people to tune in. It's gonna get its views. Me personally, I'm gonna show my age here. I prefer the old MTV Rock and Jock All Star and Super Bowl type activities. I feel like there were more celebrities involved and a lot more activity with it. Now I just feel like I wouldn't say commercial, it's just a little watered down, just in my opinion. Like, I remember the Rock and Jock when they had like the 4-point shot like all the way up on the wall behind the goal. So just different stuff like that. Now as far as the main events outside of the game, skills challenge, 3-point contest, dunk contest, definitely one of the best I've seen in years. Now, 3-point contest, that came down to the wire. Some great shooters. NBA has definitely changed as far as the evolution of how the game is played. A lot of people are shooting threes now. You got big men and guards shooting threes. But just to see the competitive level, like it was close. It wasn't like somebody just ran away with it this year. But I'm still waiting on the next Larry Bird. Like somebody coming out there damn near hitting 30 in one round. I'm waiting on that to happen. Next, the dunk contest. Definitely competitive. I would definitely say it's been competitive this year. Now, I will say, it's just my cup of tea. Some of the dunks got a little bit repetitive. Derrick Jones went between the legs on like 4 or 5 of his dunks. Understandably so, I haven't dunked since my senior year of college. But I definitely wasn't jumping over anybody's head or going between the legs. I can catch it off the backboard, that's about it. So I'm not just going to say it's a simple dunk. But as far as switching it up, creativity, he did it in varying ways. I will give him that. But still between the legs. Now, Eric Gordon, same thing. Some of the dunks he did, the same ones from the first contest. Now, a lot of people feel like he got robbed. I'll get to that in a second. But back to what I just said, a little repetitive. He jumped over the mascot in Orlando. He jumped over the mascot between the legs. What did he do in this year's contest? He jumped over somebody's head 3 or 4 times. That's fine. Like I said, I can't do that. Even when I could dunk, I still couldn't do anything like that. But, like I said, a lot of fans are going to look for something different, creativity. But they did find a way to make it exciting for the crowd. So that's really one of the things that matters, like getting the crowd involved. The crowd was definitely involved. Players, fans, executives, anybody in that arena was involved. Now, Aaron Gordon, yeah, he did get snubbed the first time when he lost to Levine. This year, though, D-Wade, man, I don't know what you pulled over there, but I will say that man got robbed a little bit. outside of me feeling like some of the dunks might have been repetitive, this man jumped over somebody 7'6" and cleared him easily. Easily. He ducked at the end because he got a little nervous. Same dunk, but like I said, they found variant ways to do that same dunk and make it more exciting, some kind of way. Based on the dunk that Derrick Jones did before that, there is no way that guy should have got 47. No way. He tried to get Shaq to do it. Shaq declined. What do? Yeah, let me holler at you real quick. You find the tallest guy in the arena and jump over his head, and you lose. I would probably be pissed too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what you feel about what I did before. That alone should have won him the contest. I'm sorry. I mean, it's already a dunk off. Again, that's why I feel like it's one of the most competitive I've seen in years. Like, they had a dunk off. It came down to the last dunk. Now, to the actual game, definitely the best I've seen in some years. I personally feel like it's the most competitive game I've seen since when MJ played his last All-Star game, or like some of the early to mid 2000s All-Star games. Yeah, everybody plays around first 3 quarters, but those 4 quarters, they got competitive. But the format for this year, definitely keep it. Like, even from the opening ceremony with Common doing the intro, the player intro, the poem and tribute, I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, I was hoping, even when I first heard the news, the whole Kobe death thing was some kind of hoax, but too many people involved in that. For the families, I do send my condolences. But when Common gave that speech, I honestly felt like Kobe was just gonna walk from behind the stage when they went to the screen for that last video portion. I thought he was gonna walk on stage. Like, that's how powerful that speech was. And then, the rhyme, the rhythm he was doing as far as the player intros and their names. It just felt like it was more tailored. I mean, yeah, All-Star games are tailored to the city that they're in, but this one I feel like had the best vibe for that location. Like, I felt like I was in Chicago even if I wasn't there. So I think they did a good job of planning the whole thing. Now, like I said, Kobe tribute, we knew that was coming. First 3 quarters, I was skeptical about it because I feel like, what's the point of keeping the tally of the score from each quarter and adding the totals up? I mean, that's what you do anyway in a 4-quarter game, or any game for that matter. But understanding when they got to the 4th quarter, of course, the charitable donations too. I do like that aspect, donating the money to the charities involved, Team LeBron, Team Giannis. But the 4th quarter, adding 24 points to, I think the high score was Team Giannis at the time, 24 points to that score. That was the final score. For anybody that's played basketball, I feel like that's one of the best formats you could use for any game. Having the time is like, okay, I got time. You're going to lax off a little bit. But if you know this game is not going to end until you get to this point specifically, I don't care what's going on before that. You fight. You're not going to give up any points. Everybody in here, everybody watching, has played 21 or whatever you may call it in your city. If anybody's close to that game-winning point, it's 5-on-1. You might get clothesline going to the hole. I'm sorry. You're going to get fouled. You're not going to get that basket easily. You're going to have to work for it. And that's what I saw that entire 4th quarter. Like, yeah, you're going to have to score points to get closer to that mark. But as they got closer, when they got to about 152, it was tied up. Every call was like crucial. Chris Paul, James Harden, LeBron, Kyle Lowry, like everybody's in their in-season forms. Everybody's arguing calls because they want to win. There's no oh man, we got a minute left. We gotta shoot this three, foul. No, you can't even foul. They got 5 points to win this game. Not just time, but they got 5 points to win this game. So that's easy free throws. I would not want to be the person that fouled knowing that I gave up the game with a basket. That's how the game ended in a way. But I mean, come on, it's Kyle Lowry and Anthony Davis. I mean, he was out of luck in that situation. It wasn't much he could do. But the fact that Anthony Davis, the hometown kid, got to hit the game-winning free throws to win the game for Team LeBron, I do think that put a pretty good closing touch on the game. But like I said, I really feel like that format, they should probably give it another try. I've openly showed some kind of displeasure for Kobe, not necessarily as a hate. A lot of people can see it as hate. I wouldn't say I'm a Kobe hater. There was a certain aspect of the game compared to LeBron that I feel like he could have done better for him to be as great as he was. Everybody knows Kobe's going to take final shot. I don't care what team you have, who's on the team, he's taking that final shot. During the game, he's still going to take most of those shots. He was clutch. I'll give him that. Now, one of Kobe's last AllStar Game appearances, he argued with LeBron at the end of the game for passing up the game-winning shot. I feel like Kobe could have been more of a passer, during his playing days. But, like I said, he's still a great player. Can't take that away from him. But it's always going to be the Kobe versus LeBron argument. But I do feel like LeBron moving to the Lakers, Kobe kind of giving him his blessing. I just feel like that was a mantle of the game. Even though LeBron's close to the end of his career, I feel like the mantle was passed. But after this, like, who's next? LeBron is LeBron, Kobe's Kobe, MJ's MJ. Who's going to have the biggest impact on the game next? Like, come on, Kobe Bryant from the grave is still having one of the greatest impacts on the game that anybody's ever had. They've changed the whole format of the All-Star Game due to him. Mamba mentality lives on. Game MVP, Kawhi Leonard, trained with Kobe. Giannis, trained with Kobe. So it's like that mantle's been passed on, not just LeBron, I feel like the entire NBA. So I just feel like the future is bright for the NBA and like the impact that it's had globally. You have the rookies and international players that have their game too as well. I didn't get to see as much of that. I saw a lot of the highlights from the game, but I do see great things for the NBA in the future. And I want to end the video by saying rest in peace Kobe and the families involved in that incident. I do think the NBA got it right with the tribute. The city of Chicago, they made the game, the weekend, their own. So, like, follow, subscribe. The Major 90s. Till next time, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Foes on the Mercedes, that's major. Whole gang going crazy, that's major.